Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Kenechi. Today I'll be showing you how I took two of these Ikea Rast chests and turned them into glamorous mirrored nightstands. I'm so happy with the way my first ever DIY project came out. They look so luxurious as though I bought them in store, and if you want to see how I achieved this, keep watching. So here I've already assembled one of the chests and I'm just taking the drawers out to prepare to spray paint it. I placed some plastic on my balcony floor to protect it from the paint, and I wanted black and silver nightstands, so I'm using this Rust-oleum black flat spray paint to spray paint the dressers black. Now, in all actuality, you just need to spray paint the edges black since that's all that's going to be seen once you put the mirrors on. However, I have slight OCD, and the way my OCD was set up, it wouldn't let me just spray paint the edges. Plus, I'm indecisive, so I'm like, what if I finish and I don't want to add the mirrors? I would just rather have it all painted. So you definitely don't have to waste paint like I did by spraying the whole surface area, but that's just what I had to do. So I decided to include footage of me assembling the second chest by myself to show those of you that are scared of assembling furniture by yourselves that there's really nothing to it. It's easy. You can do this. To me, IKEA directions are really straightforward. And it's as easy as learning to count to 3, guys. So it isn't impossible to do this by yourself, but to be honest, it is a lot faster if you do get help from someone. And you will see in a second my husband comes in and helps me because let's be real, teamwork does make the dream work. Also, this is supposed to be our first DIY project together, so in order for it to be considered our project, he does need to help, but you can definitely do this whole project by yourself. Depending on how fast you are at following directions, I would say this takes 20 to 30 minutes max. So guys, I don't like how this is. I'm wondering if I should have primed it first. So I'm gonna go get a different paint. I spray painted the first thing, and good thing I listened to Sean and I only did one at a time. So I used a satin black. I had him come to Home Depot with me because I didn't know which black would be like the blackest, and he said, oh, let's try this satin black. And I'm like, I don't know anything about paints. I'm like, okay, but I still see like the wood underneath and stuff. And I was wondering like if we had to prime it, but I saw other people, they really didn't have to prime. So I'm gonna go back to Home Depot and I'm gonna see if possibly they have either like a small can of paint and I could paint with a paintbrush, or I'm gonna try like a chalk black or like a gloss black and see if that helps. If not, we have primer paint, and on the next one I'll prime it first and then spray it and see how that goes. So guys, when I went back to Home Depot, the employee there that specialized in paint suggested that I use a dark primer first before applying the flat black spray paint in order to achieve the jet black look that I was going for. So I decided to spray the second chest with this Rust-oleum gray primer first and then spray painted black. And to be honest guys, I love the color of this primer, this gray alone. I don't know, if I had a different color scheme, I would so leave it gray. And here you can see me attempting to just spray the edges and save paint, but oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. Yeah, I just had to go in and cover up the full surface, guys. Like I said, my OCD is sometimes insane. So about 20 minutes later, after the primer was dried, I went in and used the black spray paint to cover up the dresser. And as you can see, it already looks a lot blacker. And I was so happy with how it was coming out. Well, so I thought. And again, you guys see me like pointing out to my husband like, you missed a spot, although it really doesn't matter because only the edges of the drawers are gonna be seen. So guys, it is now the third day of all of this, and I just came back from Home Depot again because I had to take back my last spray paint. I don't like the finish of it. Let me show you the sides because that's where we really painted it. So it's looking more of like a rustic, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't like it. So I went and I got some latex paint. The guy recommended this one, and hopefully this is better with a paintbrush. This is our very first project, so you know, you learn some things. So let's go. So guys, when I went back to Home Depot, the employee who had been helping me, he was like, "You're back here again? Oh no, you have to get it right this time. You should not be back here again." So he recommended this black latex paint from Rust-oleum, and I promise you this was the last paint that I used, and this did the trick. Woohoo! Like, finally, if you're gonna try this project, you don't have to do it as many times as I did. You can just pick a paint and not be as picky as me, and I promise you it will save you time. I know I said this was like the third day, but keep in mind we're really not rushing this project. You can do this in like half a day because the paint actually dries within 20 minutes and stuff, but because I had to like keep going back to Home Depot and stuff, it took some time. But yeah, this day in particular, the sun was out. It was really, really hot, so I literally could see the latex paint dry before my eyes. So I'm so irritated because yesterday we painted it, right? And I'm like telling my husband like, "Hey, I hope the birds don't poop on it because Exhibit A, they poop all over this." He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it, they not." So we left it. This morning while I was sleeping, I heard the birds chirping. I was like, "I know they're not on the furniture. I just know they're not on the furniture. Tell me why." I come outside, not only did they poop on it, because that's one thing, right? They walked all over it. Walked all over it. They don't respect me. They got me effed up. Good thing that I planned on painting it over with the latex paint anyway, but I had to do some sanding because it's smudged now and everything, so I had to like smooth out their footprints. So but the latex paint is looking a lot better, so I'm just gonna keep an eye out for the birds and hopefully they don't mess with it while it's still drying. Yeah, but I'm still excited to see how this all comes together. Guys, so we got the glass. I'm super excited. We only bought glass for one dresser.
We're gonna learn.
Yeah, he's smart, right? Anyway, I'm excited. I hope it goes well. Our first home improvement project together. So I have all my mirror pieces cut and I'm ready to go. All the sizes will be in the description box below. To attach the mirrors to the drawer fronts, I'm using E6000 glue and placing that around the perimeter and the middle because I don't want it to lift at all. So now I'm just lining up the edges of the mirrors with the edges of the drawers and applying some pressure to ensure that the mirrors properly adhere to the drawer. And to keep some pressure on it while it's drying, you want to use some clamps, books, the paint can, whatever you have with a little bit of weight will work, honey. And here we have my husband doing the rest of the drawers, and while he's doing that, I want to mention when you go to Lowe's to get your mirrors cut, a lot of the employees there are unaware that they actually do mirror cutting in store. So when you ask and they tell you no, make sure you ask for a manager or ask for someone who does the glass cutting in the store, because that person will know what they're talking about. Don't be the person to walk away and take no for an answer when they do in fact do the mirror cutting there. As you guys can see, this is so easy. It's really simple. Again, all the measurements are in the description box below. So guys, I just came back from Lowe's yet again. I went to get more pieces cut in the mirror. I met a nice guy there. Thanks for Adam for helping me out. But I'm gonna try Caulk instead of the E6000 glue, and we'll see the difference in that. I think it might be a little bit stronger. My husband isn't convinced, but we'll see how it goes. For the second nightstand, I used Alec's Fast Dry Caulk with a caulk gun and repeated the process of putting it around the perimeter and in the middle. I thought caulk will be stronger, but to be honest, there's no difference really between the E6000 and the caulk, so use whichever you prefer. To me, if anything, the caulk is messier because if it oozes out, since it's white, it can be seen, and you have to make sure to wipe it up before it dries, otherwise you're stuck with it like that. So ignore how crazy our apartment looks right now. There's a lot going on. But anyway, we just took off the clamps and put the drawers inside of the chest, and so far so good. Now we just need to put the knobs on and we'll be good to go. I'm excited. Finally, we're on to the last step, which is adding nubs to the drawers, and I wanted 2 nubs on each drawer, and knowing me, I wanted it to be the exact and accurate distance. I wanted to use a measuring tape, but my husband, being the engineer that he is, said that all we really needed to do was get a regular piece of printing paper and fold it in half, which would give us the same approximate distance of 5.5 inches. So you fold that in half, which gives you the distance from the edge, and if you fold it in half again and then reopen it where the crease is, will give you the dead center of the drawer. I don't know if I explained that properly, but hopefully by watching you guys get what I mean. Also, using this method guarantees uniformity and it saves time. I purchased these acrylic knobs from Amazon.com for $16.55 for 25 of them. I figured I could use the extra ones for other DIY projects. So to stick them down, I used E6000 glue. And guys, this process took about 5 minutes to put them all on. We were so happy to finally be finished with this project. Our first DIY was filled with a lot of trial and error, but hopefully you guys can learn from our mistakes. So guys, here are the finished nightstands. I'm so happy with the way that they came out, and even happier with my decision to go silver and black and only add mirrors to the drawers and the top. I feel as though it fits me better than if it was a full mirrored nightstand. You can do either one, whichever you prefer. I styled it a bit here for you guys just so you can get an idea of what it will look like, but this is not my final look. I do have a DIY video coming on what I'm gonna put over the nightstands. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're willing to try this yourself. Also, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please do so now. I would appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.